Hi guys, and welcome to our video for today, Friday the 15th of May 2026, and happy Friday. So, to finish the week strong, we're going to have a look at these trending stocks. So we're going through my watch list, how we're going to trade them, what is next for these stocks. We're going to look for day trading entries in the 5-minute time frame. We're going to look what we need to hold these overnight and for over the weekend on the 4-hour time frame, our criteria that enables that, and also going to be looking for potential swing trades in the daily time frame if we want to hold them a bit longer. So without a doubt, let's get into it. Starting here with HCWB on this one. So we're going to start on the 5-minute time frame here, and I can actually see a symmetrical triangle. Not my favorite continuation pattern. My favorite is the falling wedge. There's more of an acute angle and you get an earlier breakout. This one's just a really simple choppy consolidation now between 1.4 and 105 on this one. And yeah, ultimately, me as a confirmation and breakout trader, I'm obviously going to wait for this symmetrical triangle to break out for a day trade, and 1.5 to break as well. So a break of 1.5, I would expect it to run at least 8% from there. So around 1.62, 1.65 sort of area for initial take profit. And then we have 1.9 as resistance, and maybe we even break that. I don't know. The most important thing is hitting my first target because that's my daily salary. So that looks good. Also, in some indicators on, may lose the Bollinger Band sensor here, and we may actually break down from the pennant and come back down to $1. If we lose $1, I do consider this one to be done, to be honest, for now. Maybe we can put another one in around 0.8 because it's so, I mean, this stock is up 250% or something for today. So you probably put in another a support line here of 0.8. And to correct myself, if we lose 0.8, I would consider this one to be done then, because you're losing not only $1, also 0.8, which is even lower as a support, and you're losing the 60 EMA for a failed golden cross retest, which is partly why this stock is so strong and bullish for today. So yeah, beneath 0.8 is not good on this one. So let's take it to, again, so watching this over 1.5 for a day trade beneath 0.8, no good, and I'll apply to 4-hour and daily time frame as well. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, this one looks okay. Just a 4-hour green candle close by end of today, 4 p.m. Eastern time, over 1.2 is good enough to hold this overnight, I think, with a potential resistance at 1.5. So it may chop around like this, may even come down a bit. But if we get a 4-hour green candle close over 1.2, we should definitely see 1.5 hit again, around a plus 15-20% move. And then if we're lucky enough, we can scale some more profits at around 1.9, which is around 40 to 50% from entry, 50% from entry essentially. So that one looks good. A 4-hour green candle close over 1.2 by 1:30 or 4 p.m. Eastern time end of today to hold this overnight in HCWB, if that's your wish. And because we're also using the 200 EMA, I think this is yeah, as support, as well as the $1 support, key support level now, which is good. On the daily time frame, a daily green candle close of 1.5 will definitely see us and not only hit 1.9, but also tag this 200 moving average here. And this one is the 200 simple moving average of around 2.15. So if we get a daily green candle close over 1.5, it's eradicating this strong top wick and sort of like a gravestone doji sort of vibe potentially building on this one, which is bearish. But if we do get a daily green candle close over 1.5, you can enable a swing trade and hold it for a bit longer and look to hit that 2.1, 2.2 sort of area, the 200 MA death cross retest, which is a good trade. And again, if we lose 0.8 on this one, we're done, because we also begin sucked into the daily Bollinger Bands when 95% of price action takes place between this navy line here at the top and this navy line here at the bottom, which is, we don't want to be in there, because otherwise if you get sucked back in there, it's a big drop, isn't it? So that's what we don't want. So that's HCWB. So let's go to this one then. This stock's called PIII, so P with 3 I's. So it looks very choppy and a bit difficult, to be honest. Not my cup of tea on the 5-minute for a day trade, not at all. So what I'm going to do here is put it in a bigger falling wedge like this, and then wait for a 12.5 break. We are technically at 10 resistance, so any of the chart, 95% of the time, I would say, right, it looks good. All we need to do now is break this 10 area, and then ride it to the top of the Bollinger Band, top of the wedge, 11.5, and scale profits appropriately. But we've broken 10 a couple of times here, faked out, came back down, stop loss would have hit probably, faked out again, and then you get halted back down. So it's not the strongest resistance in the world, with that being said. So as a confirmation and breakout trader who wants to focus on high success rate, not necessarily massive risk to reward, just high success rate, and that's my style, I would rather wait for this to break 10, show a bit more strength, and I'll wait for the 12.5 break, which has a bit more of a concrete resistance, because we've broken 10 here a few times and we've not really followed through. We've never broken 12.5. So the more times you break a resistance, the weaker it becomes. And we've not broken 12.5 yet, so it's a stronger resistance than 10 in my opinion. So waiting for a 12.5 break on this for an 8% move for a day trade. I would consider this one to be done if it loses $6. So losing the 60 EMA and the $6 key support here. Obviously, it's run up quite a bit since. So yeah, it's a bit of a risky one for a day trade, to be honest, because the loss level maybe can treat 7 as a key area to lose as well. But I'll be watching it for a 12.5 break, release an 8% move on that one. Volumes in it should squeeze hopefully by end of today. It's got to be patient. So good market, lots of runners, 240% plus on HCWB, PIII up 130%. That doesn't mean you hold these stocks for plus 200%. It means you're just done quicker with it hitting your first target. That's all it means. So 4-hour candle close over $10 looks good, and we should continue and hit 12.5 and eventually 15. So contrary to the 5-minute chart, if we get a 4-hour candle close over $10 by 1:30 or 4 p.m. Eastern time today, we should actually hit around $15 in this. So I'd go for just a 40 to 45% first target by the time you get filled on this one for holding this overnight. A very, very short-term swing trade. It looks good, and a daily green candle close over $10 only amplifies that, and we should hit 50. And I don't think this 12.5 resistance will be an issue. Focus on the 4-hour and the daily time frame. So the 5-minute actually looks more risky than the 4-hour and daily, which is more interesting actually, because the choppiness in the 5-minute is sort of eradicated by these larger confirmation of time frames and with a strong bullish candle. So yeah, 4-hour green candle close by 1:30 or 4 p.m. Eastern time, or daily candle close by end of today. Over 10 looks good on this one for continuation. And again, just be careful if it loses 6 or 7. And now we'll go to AUUD. This one, it's got a lot of trades within it, as you can see from our most traded channel, which is basically a channel we have in our Discord, which presents basically a table with loads of stocks in it, and shows us how many trades within each stock, so we can see how many trades are in each stock, and therefore see the real volume and real interest across all US equities. And this one was in here, AUUD. So there's lots of volume in this, but the candles are quite small in size, meaning the volume is not as large. And we need 5-minute candles, about 4 or 5% in size. So you wait 5 minutes just for it to make a 4% move, which is next to nothing for small caps. But anyway, again, similar to the previous one, actually, this morning looks a bit choppy. This is why I don't do Friday market open. I always wait for 1 p.m. Eastern time to trade. So we've actually had a 1-minute candle close over the resistance and completely failed. Come down 12, 13%. So this is why I want to trade from 1 p.m. Eastern time on the Friday. But hopefully we get the setup then from that point and we break 2.15, because I'll be watching this for a 2.15 break. I'm a bit more confident now, because if we do have a fake out and fail like this, which can happen, I'm not right all the time. 7, 8, 9 times out of 10 I'm right, but that means I'm wrong 2, 3 times out of 10 as well. With my thesis, I'm not perfect. But with that being said, if this one's already failed, the chances of it failing twice in a row are really, really slim. It's like a Russian roulette. They pull the trigger the first time, the bullet shoots, and it's a loss. We've just seen it. So if we do it the second time, chances are it's not going to be a loss. Do you know what I mean? So, a 1-minute candle close over 2.15 on this would be good for an entry, because you're also breaking the Bollinger Band top here where 95% of price action takes place. So it's sort of exploding in an excited way from its 95% of price action prison. If it were to break 2.15 now, because Bollinger Band top is around 2.12. And I would expect it to run at least 8% from there. And on this one, if you were to lose the 60 EMA on here around 1.6, I would consider it to be done as well. 5-minute, 4-hour, and daily time frame. So that's that one. On the 5-minute, it looks quite good actually for an afternoon setup. 4-hour here, you're probably not going to get it, but you need a 4-hour green candle close over 3, because it'd be engulfing the resistance and the 60 EMA death cross that we commonly talk about every day on these videos. Going to be a major resistance of 2.8 and only 3 from this sort of confluence of area, the 1-day resistance of 3 and the 2.8 60 EMA. So once we get a green candle close beyond there, we've confirmed it from resistance to flip into support, and we should gap up towards $4, $3.7, $4 on there. So if we get a green candle close over 3, we should come to 3.7 and around 4, to be honest. So I would call it a 20% first target I'd focus on if we get that. So that's what we need to hold it overnight. 4-hour green candle close over 3. I wouldn't hold it at all if we didn't get that. However, this is what happens sometimes. The daily time frame, when you get onto that, can contradict the 4-hour time frame. So to be honest, a great daily green candle close over 2.15 would, surpass this Bollinger Band center current rejection. We're currently rejecting from here, also the 2.15 resistance. And when we're beneath the orange line, the Bollinger Band center, we're 65% more likely to remain beneath the orange line that you can see here. So when we're above it, we're 65% more likely to remain above it. So with that being said, when we flip this orange line over and we turn green above 2.15, we're 65% more likely to remain above that point. So a daily green candle close over 2.15 will be bullish, and we should actually continue up towards 3 from the 30% sort of move. So a daily candle close over 2.15, forget $3 in the 4 hour. This comes first, the daily time frame, from what we can see in front of us. So a daily green candle close over 2.15. We'll see it's continued towards $3 in this. This one actually looks best for a swing trade if we get our criteria for entry. It looks like one of those pumps up, obviously random pump up here. And what we've seen over the past few days is you'll have a small one-day candle like this with not much price action. The next couple of days, then it'll follow through. It'll actually flip it and then have a big run over the next 2-3 days. So that's what we've been seeing commonly with like TDIC and stocks like that, QUCY. So keep this on watch over 2.15 in the daily time frame. Looks good. So yeah, and also the 5-minute time frame for day trade. And again, if we lose 1.6, this one is done. Right, then I'll leave it with you there. It is a Friday, so make sure you find something nice to do over the weekend. And yeah, take it easy, guys. We've got some free live trading next week. And yeah, have a good weekend.